Waiting for your husband to change is a guarantee you will end up divorced. The truth is, you don't need two people to fix a marriage. One person acting alone, using what I call the Lone Ranger method, can single-handedly change the dynamic of the entire marriage and the entire relationship. Right now, you're trapped in a standoff. And as long as you're waiting for him to get it, waiting for him to apologize, waiting for him to go to therapy, waiting for him to see a counselor, you are voluntarily handing the keys to your happiness over to someone who doesn't know how to drive. If you're waiting for him to make the first move, you are going to wait until the day the papers are served, and by then it's too late. I saw this tragedy play out years ago, way before I ever became a coach. You see, I had a friend in college called Emma. Me and Emma were super close, great person. We stayed in contact. And later on in life, after college, I watched her marriage struggle from the sidelines. Emma was an amazing woman, but she spent years begging her husband to work on the marriage. Every time we talked, it was the same story. Why won't he talk to me? Why won't he go to counseling? Why doesn't he care? She thought she was fighting for the marriage, but she was actually fighting against him. You see, she was the pursuer and he was getting more distant. And the more she pushed, the more he pulled away. I didn't have the tools to help her back then. I didn't have the tools to help Emma, but I see Emma again and again in the women I help today. She wanted him to change and she waited right up until the marriage collapsed. You have to stop being Emma. You have to stop waiting and stop being another Emma. Now, I know what you're thinking and I can hear you screaming at the screen right now, but that's not fair. Why should I do all the work? It takes two to tango. And you're right. It does take two to maintain an amazing marriage, a great marriage. But it only takes one to save a dying one. If you want fairness, you can settle for a fair divorce. But if you want a miracle marriage, you have to be a leader. So if you're ready to stop waiting and start leading, here are 3 things you need to do today to apply the Lone Ranger method. The first thing is declare a total ban on problem talk. Stop talking about the relationship problems. Stop asking what's wrong. Stop trying to process your feelings with him. Right now, your attempts to fix the problems are actually the source of the tension. Silence the complaints so you can lower his defenses. The second thing is implement something called the law of reciprocity. What I mean by this is give him exactly what you are desperate to receive. If you want affection, give him affection without asking for it back. Do you want appreciation? Thank him for something small. Human beings are hardwired to give back when they receive. If you constantly and consistently sow love, eventually you will reap it. But you have to go first. And the third thing, get a life outside of him. Nothing kills desire faster than being needy. If he feels like he is your only source of happiness, it feels like a burden to him, not a compliment. So go build your confidence, reconnect with your mission, reconnect with your friends, your family, the community. When you become a woman who is happy and whole without him, that's the day you become a woman he wants to be with. Now, being a lone ranger is hard work. And doing it alone can be very scary. And if you don't have a plan, it can be even harder. And I want to help you build that plan. I've opened up some space on my diary for a couple of free relation calls. On this call, we will look at your exact situation and map out exactly how you can turn this around without him needing to take part just yet. The link is in the description or in my bio, depending where you're watching this, on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, you'll find the links. And book in your relationship rescue call before all those spots are filled up. So let me ask you this question. What is the one thing you've been waiting for him to do that you could actually do yourself today? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to understand more about why talking about problems fails, stay tuned, because tomorrow I'll be making a video of the breakdown of the danger of problem talk. I'll see you then. I've been Matt. You've been amazing.